Thanks for joining us. We've got a couple watching right now. We'll give them a few more minutes to join. I'm wearing my ArtSnacks apron tonight in
Nice.
hopes that I get to play with some art supplies with the ephemera. So we'll stay tuned for that. Awesome. All right. Well, as people are coming on, we are at 8:01 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm coming to you from Boston. And Erin, where are you these days?
Well, I brought some natural ephemera to say where I am these days.
Ooh, love that.
So I'll
Amazing.
be definitely using it to do some rubbings from, it's one of my favorite kinds of natural ephemera, are leaves that have really good vein pattern on the backside. So,
Whoa. Oh my gosh, I can see those so
plus,
clearly.
yeah, plus, like, look how beautiful the color is.
Yeah,
Um,
that's
and
so
right
pretty.
now it's mostly green out there, but very soon everything is going to be like this. So.
Oh my gosh, I can't
I'm,
wait.
yeah, in wine country, specifically in Healdsburg, actually specifically outside city limits in Healdsburg. So
Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. If you haven't caught an ephemera hour live stream before, welcome. We talk about all things ephemera and art journaling, specifically around the Art Journal Snacks subscription within ArtSnacks. So, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Sarah. I'm the co-founder of ArtSnacks, and you probably see me on Instagram all the time. But I run the ArtSnacks Instagram and 50% of the company. So that is who I am. I'm joined here with Dr. Erin Partridge, who is the resident artist for Art Journal Snacks and is an avid art journaler. Um, Erin, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your art journaling
sure.
journey?
Yeah, yeah. So I'm an art therapist by training, and I'm an art journaler since, gosh, since I was probably 16 or 17. So very long time, several decades now of art journaling. Have literally hundreds and boxes full of art journals. I'm also a huge lover of ephemera. I've been kind of a collector of weird papers and weird things for most of my life. And um, I also work with older adults. So I'm around all sorts of weird, wonderful collections. Just started looking at right before we came on today. So we're going to discover it together.
That is awesome. So, just to give everyone an idea of what's going to go down for the next 55 ish minutes, we are going to go through just some ephemera that we've been finding in our day to day lives, maybe some things that have been sent to us, maybe some things we've been collecting, and sort of going back and forth with what we think we might do with it and sort of the story of this ephemera for our art journals. We'll also talk about some of the ephemera that's coming in the next Art Journal Snacks. That box is shipping out next week. I think next week. What's today? Today is the
Yep.
27th. Yeah. Shipping out next week. It's super soon. And we have some slots left. So hopefully, this gets you all excited about what's coming in this next box. And then I will do a little bit of a demo of what's some of the art supplies. Actually, I have two things that I'm going to be playing with that's coming in the next Art Journal Snacks box. And for those of you watching, if you have questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. We'll either get to them on the spot if they're relevant. If not, we'll circle back at the end and do some questions and answers as well. So, with that, let's take a moment to flip our cameras around to our ephemera surfaces.
To readjust. New setup means a little bit of.
Yeah, same here. I got a different stand today. New camera stand. So I wish we had at this point, we had like elevator music to be like,
Yeah, right. Ephemera music.
please hold while we adjust our screens. All right. Drop in the chat if you are watching. We'd love to know where you're watching from. Let us know if the screen looks good and whatnot. So here we go. Awesome. Erin, do you want to kick us off? I see you've got some really interesting letters here.
Yeah, so I wanted to start with some things that are kind of teasers for the next round of ephemera. The first one, this is a page from a book that I absolutely destroyed for you all.
Okay. All right. Go on.
Yeah. So the book was about like kind of art instruction, different recommendations for art instruction. So a lot of the book has some really great words throughout it that I think will be really great. There were some pages that had lovely note taking and even some highlighting, like this page.
Mhm.
But I went through probably 10 or 12 layers of different media onto the surface, just really having fun, adding different materials for you all. This one I pulled from the pile because there was just something about the way the water hit this ink and moved it around that I didn't want to subject it to anything else. I felt like it was beautiful just like it was. So I did curate that one out of the box.
Mm.
But suffice it to say that the other pages are just really, really rich, and I'm very excited to see what you all do with it. I'll give you a little bit of a tease. So here's a piece of one of the pages, so you can see there's so many different layers in here.
Oh, wow.
Um, yeah, so really excited to see what you all do with them because they look like they've been excavated from deep, deep underground or something.
Can I ask what is on the back of that piece of paper? Anything good?
Yeah, more highlighting.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's interesting because it almost looks like this person was copy editing the book a little bit.
Mm.
And this chapter was, "Do art teachers need a theory of art?" And I always like to see, I don't know, I guess as a professor, I like to see like what people underline. And I'm not really sure what this underlining is doing for this person.
Yeah.
Like if it is being underlined, and then problems is underlined a lot. So
Interesting.
yeah, it's very curious.
Yeah,
Uh,
maybe if they're like reading along and going through something, they need to highlight what they're feeling as opposed
yeah,
to actually taking in the information.
I guess. I guess.
Who
So
knows?
that was one of the pieces I wanted to share. And then I had another tease. And it actually came out of the box that so I
Ooh.
actually one of the things I like to do in our ephemera packs, which come in every Art Journal Snacks, these are hand assembled by me, things that I've either made for you or found or sourced. I put them all together. And the next box has, I think it's about 12
Mm.
individual beginnings of mixed media collages that were done by one of my favorite professors from undergrad. She's just a master figure painter and an incredible human. And she gave me this first aid box with these little started collages. And she's like, Erin, maybe you can do something with these because she's cleaning out her studio. But this was the contents thing. I actually turned the first aid kit into my real first aid kit. But before I
Oh,
did
cool.
so, I took this out of it. And it just, I love, look at the letters, like the font for the number of items that you're getting in each one,
Yeah, that's cool.
right? And like the spelling of tourniquet.
Oh my gosh, is that the right way to spell tourniquet?
I think maybe British. I don't know. Um,
Oh, interesting.
like that's not how I would spell tourniquet. Um,
Huh.
Anyways, it just cracks me up. Content should be replenished as soon as any item is used, and it just made me laugh that inside was actually just art. I like the
Mhm.
idea of art being the first aid, of course, as an art therapist. And I also, this part cracked me up, like you put your doctor's name, your hospital, and your druggist.
I was just gonna comment on that. I don't think is a druggist the same as like a pharmacist?
I think that's what we'd say now, yeah.
Druggist
But
is
it's
so
so you
much
knew them
cooler.
by name, right?
Right, exactly. I have my druggist.
Mhm. Also, I like that the kit came with 1 bottle of aromatic spirit of ammonia. So that's if you faint,
Ooh,
you have the ammonia to wake you back up.
wow. This is cool. I love
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do something with this, but 12 of you will get the beginnings of a page started by a fabulous artist, Joanne Buels-Ruggles. You can look her up, or we can maybe link to her on Mix or something, but
Mm,
which I think I did. But anyways, very excited to see what you all do with the beginnings of some
that's so cool. I love that.
art.
Awesome. Well, I do want to share just a couple things up front here. So I I feel like I always gravitate towards just everyday materials, things that I come in contact with, as opposed to sort of like either digging things up from my past or collecting items from other people, or like you just did, you purposefully destroyed a book. Um, I am way more into the ephemera that either just comes my way or I just interact with every day. So um, I collect a lot of mail. A lot of you know that mail is my jam. Um, the MFA in Boston redid their branding last year, and it is just so bold and so fun.
Yeah. Oh, look
So
at that picture.
yeah, the picture is great. This is inside the MFA at some sort of gala that they had. Um, but I am a sucker for typefaces, so I am all about those shapes. And also, yeah, I know.
Yeah. So
It's just
good.
like a gasp, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Really interesting colors, taking it back to, some of the primary colors, um, and really playing with all these triangles. I cannot wait to cut these out and put them in something.
Mhm.
Um, Also, just a fun way to list community events, film events, lectures, as opposed to just sending me like a grid calendar.
Mhm.
I think they did a really good job here, so I'm stoked to have this. And then keeping on the museum front here, I was in LA a couple weeks ago, and did a little trip to the LACMA, which I had only been to once before. So going back was really nice just to like take it in again. But also fantastic with the typography here.
Mhm. And the
Um,
bright color.
yeah, they're doing some sort of exhibition with Snapchat, which I haven't used in like a decade. I haven't used it in years. Love that they also have it in Spanish on the other side too, so that is pretty cool. Ooh, um,
Yes.
yes. So the
Yes.
question that just came up, is does someone have a bird? Erin, do you wanna explain that real quick?
Yeah, what you're hearing maybe in the background is Sammy doing a little bit of her remix of
I hear it.
she likes to remix the theme song from the Bridge on the River Kwai with Moves Like Jagger. So you're hearing a little bit of both things put together.
Oh my gosh. Couldn't have asked for a better mashup, really.
Yeah, yeah, it's the African gray matchup. So she's actually in the other room with the door closed, but she's going
Amazing.
full volume right now.
She found a microphone, that's all that
Mhm.
matters.
Mhm.
And an audience, apparently.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so, love this map, still sort of, like, leaning on the geometric stuff, so I love just, like, these lines, the dotted line. I love, like, a
Yeah.
purposeful dotted line.
Mhm.
Like, I'm gonna cut probably a little bit further out and then maybe, like, post a prompt in there or something like that or put some
Mhm.
text in there, so very excited about these two museum related pieces of ephemera. Um, and That is when I also was in LA, let me just show this. I got a couple of them. I'm always collecting tickets. I think, like, on our first, what's it called? On our first ephemera hour, I showed all of my ticket stubs.
Yeah, because you had just gotten back from a lot of travel.
Exactly. So this is the best ephemera out there, in my opinion.
Mhm.
You always have an app on your phone for your tickets and for your travel, but I demand going to the kiosk and printing it out.
Agreed.
Oh yeah, look at
Yeah.
yours.
But look what I got in Portland. They also gave me this one, the old school type, which I
Oh,
was
I
so
love the
happy
old
about.
one.
Yeah. Because they
Oh
barely
my
ever give
gosh.
you these ones anymore. And look at that fun pattern.
Such a fun pattern. Yeah, just
Yeah.
pull it back for a sec. There you go.
Yeah.
Nice. I love that. Yeah, I mean, they're flimsy. It's basically like receipt paper, but it's so
Hmm.
great. Um, and I went to the San Diego Safari Park,
Oh,
and
yeah.
even their little tickets are fun.
Hmm.
So that was pretty cool. So yeah, these are my everyday objects that I come in contact with for my art journal. Very
I
excited
actually
about that.
performed at that safari park with the choir I was in when I was
Really?
a kid. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. It was so cool. I went to a wedding in the safari park. So it was,
Wow.
yeah,
Very
it
cool.
was beautiful.
Very
It was so
fun.
much fun. So what do you got there?
Well, I wanted to, since we were talking about the birds, Griffin left me this piece of ephemera today. He's molting, so he left me one of his beautiful tail feathers, which
Oh,
goes pretty nicely with this leaf, actually.
is it like a molting season, or what's he
Well,
going through?
molting season used to be pretty reliable, but with all the temperature changes, it's not quite so anymore. So they just kind of
Mm,
molt periodically. It
okay,
used to be kind of seasonal for sure, but now it's like random.
got it.
So,
Okay,
yeah. And speaking of
interesting.
random, this is uh, leftovers from some more interesting ephemera you'll get in the little envelopes in the next box.
I am
Um,
so excited. Anything with text, I love.
you're gonna love this because you'll get a couple different ones. Some of them are like fragments, like this. Like this one is from a box called Phonetic Word Builder.
Hmm.
Then some people will get some phonetic rummy.
Ooh,
These ones are so, look how cute those are with,
those are so cute.
yeah. And then also words make sentences, sentence builder. Um, with this kind of ephemera, it's not just something I can just toss into the envelopes. I have to kind of go through carefully because occasionally, and this is a thing you find with ephemera, like occasionally there are things that's like, oh, nope, not going to give someone that word, or going to be careful around that. So it is something you have to be a little careful for.
Interesting.
Yeah, which kind of takes me to one of the pieces of ephemera from this ridiculous envelope that I got from my aunt. I'm covering these cards because there's some problematic things, but these are all three were given to my dad on his 7th birthday.
Wow.
Look at this. And so it opens up and there's like a little cow back there.
Oh, that's so
Um,
cute.
and then look at this one. He took a pouch out of his pants and put it on his um, bag, and he's deciding which way he's going. There's no two ways about it. Have a happy birthday. And this one is from Candace.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
I don't know who Candace is, but very cute. But yeah, problematic cards not really fit for public consumption.
Oh my gosh, but the illustrations are amazing.
Yeah. So also in the envelope was this is my dad.
Oh my gosh. You just gave everyone pictures of your dad?
Yeah.
Oh my
No, oh no, no, no. I'm looking at a random envelope of things from my aunt.
Oh, I
This
thought you
was
were
just
talking
for
about,
my
like, the
dad.
tiny envelope that comes in
Oh
the
no.
ephemera pack. That would be
No, yeah.
hilarious.
I think
Okay.
I might have to get a release from my dad for that one. So he had, been a featured person on Ephemera Hour
He has,
several
yeah.
times. So
Too
Yeah.
funny. I love that.
So, which kind of leads me to this beautiful, like, look at this. What
It's like it
held
looks
together
untouched.
with a safety pin. What? This is exactly how it was inside this Ziploc bag.
You
So
just
address,
opened this, right?
yeah, I just looked at this. The first thing I saw, well, first of all, besides the beautiful stamp, look at
Yes, look at
that.
that stamp. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
3 cents, by the way.
Amazing.
So addressed to my dad at San Pedro Community Hospital. So for some
Cool.
context, this guy, I think
Mhm.
he was a freshman in high school, and he skateboarded down a steep driveway and through a plate glass window and broke both of his femurs and was in traction.
Oh my gosh, living on the edge.
Yeah, so as always, so this is one of the letters from one of his classmates. Um, so, dear Cree, I am sorry you broke your leg. I hope, I love the edit here. I hope men's, and then they forgot the it, so they put it in. You can see they're learning about editing
Of
tools, right?
course.
I hope it mends soon. Here are some maple leaves, which were not included, unfortunately. Here's
Mm.
some maple leaves. See how bright the colors are. It's fall. It's near Halloween.
I love the little een on the other
Yeah.
side.
Yeah, super cute.
That's
So
so
I
cool.
assume that the rest of these letters are also like get well soon style letters, but oh my gosh, like that stamp and the cancellation and handwriting, and I'm assuming this is from a relative, Master Christopher Partridge.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
That's
so there's
amazing.
some gems in there for sure.
Wow. And was that a thing, just like safety pinning them together?
I mean, this is something that my grandma probably did. I don't know. Yeah, but it looks like these were all letters that were sent to him while he was in traction.
That's so funny. I mean,
This is
like,
also like, look at this. Someone
oh my
sent him this
god,
little thing.
I love that.
Yeah.
This is truly a gold mine.
Uh-huh. Little drawing.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
yeah. It's
That's
pretty
so
epic.
nuts.
So I feel
Huh.
like I should put like conservator's gloves on to go through this or something.
Yeah, this is definitely like something that you don't want to like. I'm afraid that if you take the safety pin off, everything will just disintegrate.
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty funny.
Oh my gosh.
It probably has been safety pinned since he came home from the hospital. I'm assuming it was probably safety pinned at the hospital. Like, okay, here's all Cree's mail. Let's hold it all together.
Right. And
Probably
then
because,
never throw it away.
yeah, because he probably had to write thank you notes to all these people, just knowing my grandma.
Got it. So we got a good question
Hmm.
from Jill.
Hmm.
Jill asks, will you use the originals or will you make copies beforehand?
Ooh, tough call. I'm honestly, I will probably photograph several times this beautiful stack.
Hmm.
This stamp was already loose. I will definitely, you can see it used to go right here.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll probably use it. This one.
Hmm.
I'll probably scan or photograph everything in and just share it with my dad because I don't know that he's actually seen this little stack of letters.
Oh my gosh. I can't
So
imagine.
I'll probably share it around a bit, and yes, I'm not sure.
Mm,
Some of these envelopes seem like they might be empty, and just to remind him who sent him a nice letter.
got it. Well, you could always
But
reuse
yeah,
the envelopes if you wanted.
yeah, that's true.
Hmm.
Yeah, because they're cool. So we'll see.
They're very cool. This is very
Yeah.
sweet. It's almost like a time
Mhm.
capsule that you just need to like
Uh-huh.
hold on to.
Yeah.
Love
Yeah.
that.
Like I almost want to just like take this thing as it is, like with this picture or something, and like put it into something and pour resin over top and just like make it into a piece of art.
Mm,
I don't know.
interesting.
We'll see. Like look at that when you spread them out, when you fan them out a little bit, and
Yeah, the
so pretty.
colors and the texture, it's so
Uh-huh.
pretty.
Uh-huh.
Amazing.
We'll see.
Love that. Um, I have something more recent to show off, and that is a couple of parking tickets that I got. Um, this I don't know like what is here that is like I should not be showing, so I'm just gonna like go like this a little bit so you can't really
Mm-mm.
see. I did pay. You can see that I paid this one. It was in August
Mhm.
in the city of Cambridge. Um, and this was for my meter expired.
Mm. Mhm.
$30 meter violation. Um, and I don't know what it is, but like this thing is just straight up plastic. Like I
Wow.
can't I can't rip it at all.
Weird. That seems
Yeah.
like kind of high quality paper to print a citation on.
Yeah, I mean, it's it's pretty crazy. Actually, when I just did that, it warped the numbers a little bit, so that's pretty cool.
That's weird.
So, this one was paid, but this is from the city of Cambridge. And then this one I literally got today, in Brookline. Also parking citation, very different design. I actually think I like the Cambridge one better.
Mhm.
Um, it was also 30 bucks. But what's so funny is that I'd never noticed is that, and I've gotten tickets before, but they have the list of violations and the prices of the fines on the back of it.
Oh,
So
cool. So
that's
you could put a checkbox next to those, and as you get them, you could check them off. This is turning into a true crime
totally.
thing.
So like the most expensive citations are like um it says bus or trolley stop, so maybe that is just, like, if I'm parked there where a bus
Oh,
or a trolley is
yeah.
supposed to go.
Yeah.
Um, Within
They
10
frown
feet
on
of a
that.
fire hydrant, that's $100.
Mhm.
And parking in a handicap space or
Mhm.
ramp, also $100. So,
Mhm.
I had a $30 citation, and that was probably just, parking too long off street. Was it off street parking violation? Oh, it was overtime. I was in a 2-hour spot and I parked there for 3 hours. So,
Yep.
ugh, I used to be so good at avoiding these, but now they're just inevitable and also made of plastic.
Yeah. That's so weird. Yeah, Jill commented that maybe they were trying to make them waterproof, and that's why they're that way. So you couldn't say like, "Oh, I couldn't pay my citation because it got
Oh.
snowed on or rained on."
Interesting. I'm gonna like I mean, I'm not purposefully gonna do this, but I think I'm gonna try and like hold on to this for a while until I get tickets like in Boston, in like all different areas of the city. The parking ticket in Boston is very cool because it's orange and it comes with an envelope.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
so I is it weird that I'm like waiting to get one?
I think you just have to start wearing a striped shirt every day, and
I just leave my car in
we'll
careless
get you a
places.
yeah, and we'll get you a jumpsuit and
It's gonna be great. So yeah, I
Yep.
just love this violation and then the Cambridge seal. I think there's a lot I can
That's
do
very cool.
here.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyways,
Definitely.
they have like a nice uh feel to them. They're very plasticky.
Mhm.
So I thought that would be exciting to show off. And I have one more thing to show off a little bit. So as you know, I'm getting married. Um,
Mhm.
YouTube, hello, I'm getting married. I'm off the market. And I can't remember if I showed these last time, but we had an engagement party a couple months ago, and my future sister, no, not my future sister in law, my fiance's sister in law, made up these fun facts on napkins
Oh, cute.
of the both of us, and obviously it's in like a beautiful typeface, which I love. And
Mhm.
it's these cute little fun facts, like Adam and Sarah are both left-handed. What a fun fact.
Very cool.
So I am in the process of I'm not gonna do like um what is it called? I'm not gonna do like a scrapbook the way that a lot of, you know, couples do after their wedding.
Right.
I have to do an art journal, right? Like I
Yeah.
have to journal
Uh-huh.
this.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm collecting like some proposals, some receipts that I've gotten from vendors, and I came across a stack of napkins from the engagement party. So I'm going to hold on to this for my collage.
Love it. That's
Yeah,
so awesome.
thank you. All right, what do you got there? I see a really funky looking horse.
This is not a horse.
Is this a mule?
Mule.
I want to take a screenshot with my phone, but I'm afraid that it's gonna like turn off the live stream. But can you please take a photo of that and send that to me?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. It kind of looks like maybe the mule is wearing like extenders on its ears. Oh no. So this is Tukri. This is a mule head. Um, from Susan.
Cram.
This is my aunt Susie. What's funny about this is she's an equine assisted therapist and runs a therapeutic ranch. So she like hangs out with horses and mules and all these little guys. But when she was little, she was, spelling it this way. But check out this paper. Like, look at this. This has obviously been sitting
Yeah.
out in the barn. All these papers were in the tack shed in the old barn. So we've got some beautiful, I'm sure paper conservators are not happy about this, but for me, I think it's beautiful.
Yeah. Is that mold or like what is that?
It's a little bit mold. It's a little bit like water damage, I
Okay.
think. A little bit of ink from other things. Like you can see there's like some pink here that maybe is from whatever else was sitting in that pile.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And then I don't know, there's something about the way this wrinkle is that I also really love. It's also very soft right here for some reason. I
So
don't
strange.
and like there was some erasing. I
Yep.
don't know what else Susie was doing on this paper, but there definitely something else was happening
I
here.
love like the thick patch of black mane on the horse.
And some whiskers. We've got some little whiskers right here.
It's
So
so
funny.
precious.
Yeah.
It's so funny
So that's
when it's like spelled wrong, but it's like even
uh-huh.
funnier.
Yeah. Oh, it's totally like I kind of want to make it my user picture for a little while and just like see if my aunt knows this because she's on Instagram. So
I love that.
just be like, what do you think?
So cool.
um, yeah. And then this was some ephemera that came into my life yesterday.
Okay.
And this was wrapped around, I just got a new little, like, well, not little, a carpet for in my room,
Hmm.
which is, uh, yeah, this was wrapped around it. And it's like it's that plasticky stuff that they wrap things with, like that packaging wrap, but it's just this wonderful blue color.
It's so
And
pretty.
when the light hits it, yeah, it's almost got like a little iridescence to it.
Hmm.
So, I don't know. I might like cut a page and weave it in, or I might put it onto a surface. I'm not sure yet, but there's something I couldn't throw it away. So I know we've talked about this before, like how much do you hold on to and how
Mm.
long do you hold on to it? But I feel like this is something that I'm just gonna put into a journal pretty soon here. I mean, look at those lines in that one.
Yeah, I love that. It'd be cool if you took like a sample like strip of that and then just tried to
Mhm.
see what kind of art materials work well with it. Like I bet you
Yeah.
can get some cool textures if you use Mod Podge to glue it down.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And like these little wrinkles that are making these lines, they're raised up on this side
Mm.
and then this side is smooth.
And
So
it's not tape,
I could
right? There's no like sticky
no,
side.
no, it's nothing sticky. It's that stuff that sticks to itself that you just wrap around
Mm.
packaging.
Right.
Like, yeah. So
Cool.
I don't know what it's gonna be, but it's gonna be something cool.
That's so
Um,
cool. I love that.
yeah. And then I had
Uh-oh.
it's just
What do we got here?
again, it's like, why was this saved? Why was it in this container? I don't know. This is for like some kind of little toy tractor that from reading this seems to have maybe been had a remote control.
Hmm.
But like look at this diagram. How fabulous is that diagram? Like battery. It like showing which way you're supposed to put the batteries in. And then the toy tractor will climb over obstacles, push and pull many times its own weight, all by remote control.
Wow.
um, so if your tractor breaks, send it back with $1 to cover the mailing, handling, and replacement of broken parts. Your tractor will be returned to you in perfect running condition. But look at like how ornate this little box is going
I was
down,
just thinking that. It's so cute. It's very,
super
like
fancy.
it's very fancy.
Mm-hmm.
That's so funny. Also, like, send it back with $1.
Yeah, yeah, $1.
That's not doesn't sound sketchy at all.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. So,
Wow.
and like the language, if, however, your tractor does not function properly through normal use, return it immediately to the fabric, to the factory. Vibro Roll Products.
Wow. Oh my gosh. So
And
cool.
then again, like because of maybe where it was, just something from somewhere else, and like the folds,
Mm.
and also like why was this saved? No one knows. It definitely wasn't saved with the toy, but it's like a lovely little piece. And this is something that I would directly just use and
Mhm.
then I don't know, do something. There's like metaphors with batteries, right? Like about, is your battery run down, or do you feel fully charged, or can you pull many times your own weight? Like, are you pulling
Yeah,
your own weight? Like, there's something fun to do with this metaphorically, I think.
that is really smart, actually. I was just thinking about how, like, when I saw the batteries, I was like, "Oh, I feel like there's something deeper in here that we're not talking
Mhm.
about."
Mhm.
I also noticed, in the top paragraph text, there seems to be, like, a defined line going down, like, halfway
Yeah.
through.
Yeah, but it's not at s I so when I first read it, I thought it was 2 columns. Isn't that
Yeah,
weird?
that's what I thought
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I guess it's because it just so happened that 2 periods, although it does look actually force justified.
Yeah.
So if you really look at it, maybe it is force justified, and it's, the old convention of 2 spaces after the period that we don't do anymore.
Mhm. So
So
they
I
were
think
like,
that's
"Well, it's
maybe,
gonna look weird if we don't do it." So then they
yeah.
added the 2 periods in elsewhere
Yeah.
or the 2
Yeah.
spaces, yeah.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
And
I
also
mean,
I
like
really like that tractor is uppercase. It's
yeah,
not your tractor lowercase, it's your tractor. This is a proper noun.
exactly. "Address this tractor properly, please." So funny. Also, is it blue or is it gray, would you
No,
say?
it's kinda bluish, yeah.
Okay,
It's kind of blue, and actually, if the light when you have the light behind it, you can kinda see it's got a little bit of blue. Probably it
nice.
was m more blue before.
Right, it probably faded.
Yeah.
Interesting,
Mhm.
interesting. Huh. Um, is there I'm just looking at time here. Is there anything that you wanna share that's coming in the next, uh, Art Journal Snacks box? I wanna jump right into that.
Yeah, so, well, as we've announced, the next box will be a different journal,
Yes.
and it will be a journal with toned pages. So, I'll show you the color of the pages. And what I think is going to be really fun for people is to experiment with how the ephemera they're getting looks on a page that is toned,
Mhm.
right? So it's like ready to go. I mean, look how this is kind of perfect with it, actually. So,
Right.
like, that's pretty gorgeous. Or even starting to put this stuff in. So one of the things that everyone will get, though, if it just in case you're missing kind of the white paper, you will
Mhm.
get some marker paper, some white marker paper that's cut to a size that'll play nicely in here.
Oh, that's
So
really smart.
so if you feel sad about no white pages and you want that, I've added some into the ephemera packs for you. So
Awesome.
yeah, so watch for that, and some fun textured paper. I tried because this paper is a lot thicker than
Mhm.
the paper we've had in our previous journals. So I included some ephemera that's a little thicker because this paper can really stand up to it.
Got
So yeah.
And, for those of you watching who are curious why we changed the sketchbook for this time around. So we got some feedback from the original journal. I think I have it here. This is the original journal. We got some feedback on the quality of the paper. And we went back to our manufacturer and tried to see if we could make the paper better. Timing wise, they needed some extra time so that they can make it and that we can, beta test it. So in the interim, this fall box will be the toned paper sketch pad. I'm sorry, sketchbook. It's Strathmore. So it'll just be for the fall box. It's still, I don't know off the top of my head how many pages, but it's still a manageable amount for the entire quarter.
Yep.
Yeah, so these will be coming back in the winter box with a little bit of an upgrade to the paper. And we're a small team. We love feedback. So if you have any feedback about the quality of the products that we're shipping out to you, you know how to reach us. We love feedback. So, Erin, keep going.
Okay, so I wanted to share since we are almost to October, we are almost to the spooky month. I found this in that same envelope of weird stuff from my aunt via my grandmother's storage area. It felt kind of Halloweeny. I the
It,
it's it kind
I'm like,
it's
what is this? Is this a
no
bowling
idea.
ball? Is it a watermelon?
Well, so I learned by turning the pages that these are not fairies or angels. These are giggle quicks,
Giggle
apparently.
quicks?
Giggle quicks. This
Okay.
apparently came from a little book about giggle quicks at all the different holidays. So this is them at Halloween. This is their little jack-o'-lantern. And yeah, these are the giggle quicks.
Oh my gosh. Is it printed like that or did somebody color those in?
No, it's printed that way. Yeah.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
got like I do not understand.
I
It
don't
does not
understand either.
exist. It
But
it
sometimes
passed.
it doesn't have to make sense, you know?
No. Yeah. Yeah, they do look like Kewpies. They look a lot like Kewpies, like even just
Yeah.
the little hair here, except this one has a different like they're very different. They each
Mm,
have a different hairstyle. They are a lot like Kewpies though.
so
And then
cool.
if you look closely, I don't know what she's up to, but it seems like maybe the giggle quicks were causing some trouble with this woman back here. And whatever's going on there, I don't know. Like flying saucer. Who knows?
Oh my god. Love it.
Yeah. So that I cut up for you all just to sometimes when I'm making ephemera for everyone from found stuff, there are some pages that I feel like I just have to hold on to because I'm so interested in them. So
Mhm.
this was one. This was um like a draw supposed to be for a still life drawing and then kind of taking it down, simplifying it
Oh,
into these little pieces. I thought that was really interesting.
I love that,
Um,
and I love the question, how can art be taught?
mhm.
Really interesting.
Yeah. So,
So
and
this
then
one you
it's
held on to for yourself,
yeah,
but we're all getting something like it, right?
yes, yeah, you're all
Okay.
getting pages from this book. And you can see this one went through a little bit of the first round of
Mm.
materials. So we've got a little yellow on the edges here, but like look at this beautiful illustration of contour drawing of hands.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. They're kind of like Egon Schiele hands.
Oh
They're
my
so
gosh.
beautiful.
If you hit that with, like, some watercolor,
I
I
know.
it would look so I think that would just
See,
look so cool.
this is the kind of ephemera though that I'm like, I kind of want to photocopy this and use the photocopy because I might want to use these hands for other places too. And like this little bottle, like so fun. And then
Totally.
I liked this one because it had little tangrams.
Yeah. Oh, I love
Yeah.
those.
Yeah. And like the little hands in there. And you could do something so fun with that. And yeah, just interesting stuff from that book. So I took it all the way apart for you all. Um,
I love
and
that.
made you could not. I think if you look way back on the Art Journal Snacks Instagram, you can probably see some video of me doing this, making gigantic messes, and my hands were kind of orangey purple for a couple of days. So if you
Oh
want
my
to,
gosh. That's
if
so
you want
funny.
to see, you can see.
Slowly but surely, you got the hang of it and
Yeah.
realized, let's try something a little bit less messy. I do want to make a quick plug. If you are, without being too QVC, if you like what
Mhm.
you see and are excited to try out art journaling, go to artsnacks.co/sign up and just choose Art Journal Snacks. We do have, I don't remember off the top of my head, but we do have spots available for the next box that ships out next week. So please take a moment if you are curious about art journaling. This box comes with everything you need to get started. You'll get the sketchbook, you'll get ephemera that's curated by Erin, and she showed off some of the ephemera you'll be getting. And then you'll also get a bunch of art supplies to complement the ephemera and the sketchbook as well. So you'll also get live streams throughout the quarter with Erin. And you can catch them live and do some art making, or you can watch the replays. We record everything, and you get full access to those workshops through our online community. So let's keep going. Let's keep talking about ephemera. I am
Okay.
going to start, while you are chatting, I'm going to start
Okay.
swatching out some of the Indian ink. This is
Nice.
coming in the next box. It is a beautiful, solid black ink. And I'm just going to play around with it while Erin chats about ephemera.
Cool. So I have a couple more pieces I wanted to share. I'm not sure. I'm not. This kind of looks to me like it may have been in one of those safety pinned envelopes because it's got this little pinprick hole right here
Oh,
and
yeah.
right here, right? And we have one kind of horrified looking kitten and one very intent kitten. This one looks like so focused on this little lizard that it's catching. I like that they both have little bows tied around their necks. Sarah was playing with ribbon today for a photo shoot, so we got some ribbon here. Um,
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah. And then this says to Cree from Jim. See you at school soon. Jim is my dad's brother, so I think
Okay.
this may have been a get well soon card that was in that same pile. So I'm gonna assume that and just kind of stick it in that pile. So
Cool.
another thing that was in that envelope, I, I,
Oh
I
my
just
gosh.
like, why do you save instructions for things without the things? so,
That's a
um,
valid question.
yeah. So this looks like a thing that I would love to play with if it still existed. So this was for something called a play tray, which sounds
Okay.
really fun. Instructions for one player. So this was a thing that you did on your own. This was not something you did with others.
Okay.
But you can play 7 different games on play tray. And
Whoa.
check out these names. Nerd alert.
Oh my gosh.
So the games are sightseeing, charter flight, transcontinental race, speed tour, cruise, cover the states, and grand race. So best I can figure, the play tray was a map of some kind. Um,
Mhm.
my dad did go on to study geography, so maybe this was kind
That
of
feels
a
very
precursor to
appropriate for.
that. Yeah. So how to play sightseeing? We've got this. Look at this bus graphic. This bus is going fast.
I love that. Also, I love that, you know, back in the day, I mean, still today, there's a really great mix of like serif and sans serif typefaces.
Yeah.
Everything just looks, um, it just looks so like well placed on the
Yeah.
page. I really
Right,
love that.
right. Like, look at so sans serif here, then we go into serifs with some mixes into capital all caps, right? Numbered places.
Yeah,
and
really
and
aggressive.
here, unlike the just capital letters tractor, we've got all capital letters play tray. So, and then when we go to the example, we switch back to sans serif.
Uh-huh.
right, for the example. And then here in the parentheses, it's a good idea to move the rocket counter right after each throw of the dice so you will not forget. Good tip, right? Like
That is
really
a
good
great tip.
tip.
So funny. I want to read a comment that just popped up from Jill. I keep instructions in a folder. Got the habit from my folks before online instructions. Honestly,
Um,
I'm the same way. I have a drawer in my kitchen that has the instructions for like every appliance that I have in there. But I don't think I've ever looked at them. But I have them. So
yeah.
I'm gonna be your
Well,
aunt one day where I just like the next person is gonna uncover all of these instructions for all these
yeah.
things.
I feel like appliance instructions is different from like a game that you no longer have. I
Okay,
don't
that's
know.
fair.
Right? But okay, look at this illustration of this speed racer car.
Oh, that's so cool. It's like in a
What?
blob.
Yeah. And then how to play cruise, um, which apparently came with a magnetic boat.
Oh,
What?
that's so
And then
cool.
you could also do a grand race that included a plane, the speed racer car, and the cruise ship.
I
So
love
it's a
that. You
three-way.
need to find this game.
I know. Cover the states, charter flight.
Oh
The
my
finish
gosh.
line on charter flight is New York, by the way. I think you start in California and fly to New York.
Oh, that's cool.
And you have to get your flight plan approved. And you have to fly cargo.
Oh my god.
Layover because of bad weather. This is starting to sound like my travel last week. Oh my gosh. So yeah, pretty funny. I kind of want to remake this game. Oh, and it does say on the back that two people can play, so this doesn't have to be a solo. Oh, and I
Got
guess
it.
three. So Repology Globes Incorporated, Chicago. Copyright 1953.
Wow. Oh, I wonder
Yeah.
if that company's still around.
I don't know, but it does have the person who edited the instructions. It has their actual name.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to Google them later.
Yeah. Yeah, this is I'm gonna have to do a deep dive and see if I can find this game. Maybe someone is selling it somewhere.
Oh, I
So
bet it's like on eBay or
I
something.
yeah, it would maybe I'll find it and give it to my dad for Christmas. And just say like, I got you a game from your childhood.
You'll be like, "What?"
Mhm. Okay, so I have another mystery from that envelope. It's a kind of a mystery, but kind of not. First of all, look at these homecoming queen runner-ups here.
Oh my gosh, those are amazing.
Look at this hair.
I love the hair. This kinda looks like an ad for, like, wigs or something.
Yeah, look at this flip out here.
Oh my gosh, these are gorgeous.
Mhm.
Gail,
Yeah.
Sheila, Sharon, Val. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Mindy. Oh my gosh, I
Uh,
love this.
yeah, so this is from the Trident from Palos Verdes High School. This is, November 20th, 1964.
Mm.
Um, this is where my dad went to high school, and he was the mascot. Um,
Your
so they
dad
were
was the mascot?
uh-huh.
He,
They
like,
were the
dressed up?
uh-huh. They were the Palos Verdes Sea Kings, and, so he was Poseidon.
Oh my goodness. That's so funny. My fiancé was the mascot for his high school and his college.
Oh, wow.
That's such
So
a small
fun.
world.
Yeah.
That's so
So
cool.
I looked through here and tried to find, like, why did we save this particular one, which
Mhm.
I couldn't figure out, but I did find something kind of funny on here. Where'd it go? Um,
They even have the semifinalists on there. That's so
uh-huh.
nice.
Yeah. Well, first of all, there's some, like, pretty epic ads here. Like, look at this guy.
Ooh. Oh, Gant, I think, is still around.
Mhm, with his Oxford button down, like,
Oh,
he's
of
very
course.
jaunty. Look at his tie, like, look what he's doing with his tie. He's like, "Look at my tie."
It's an amazing sketch, actually. It's, like,
Yeah,
very gestural.
yeah. Um, where did it go? I think maybe it's on the inside, but first of all, like, the paper is, like, so crackly and lovely.
Yeah,
And,
that's
like,
gonna
look at this text, Sarah.
ooh, I love that. Nice and
Mhm.
long.
Mhm. Got some funny comics in here.
Candy sales, activated distribution clarified.
Yeah, this was so funny. So this was a letter to the editor about why are there not more candy sales at our school? We need to have more candy.
More candy. I mean, same.
So I really loved this. We still have my dad's yearbook somewhere. So I think I'll just put this inside one of his old yearbooks where he is pictured dressed up as Poseidon.
Oh my gosh, yes, please. So I want to quickly just give a brief show off here to the Indian ink that is
Yeah.
coming in this box. Um, so I've been playing with it a lot, and tonight I just did a few things that I really love to do. First off, I have a little like spray bottle of water, and it truly just like expands when you drip the ink on there.
Ooh, look how beautiful that is.
Yeah, really
Yeah.
cool, veiny, almost like something you'd see in the natural world. Um, so I'm so excited to try that on like newspaper and stuff like that. But you can tell how like solid it is.
Mhm.
Um, this is actually I'm pretty sure this is the brush that we're featuring, the Sorrento, the Artist Loft Sorrento. It really holds on to the ink super well and just glides right on to the paper when I have a full brush. And then this is my tried and true, the Canson mixed media art boards. I always have them
Mhm.
like on hand if I want to use them. And it has this like amazing, just solid effect. Like you
Yeah.
don't even see, I mean, these are very purposeful, like dry brush strokes, but like this solid block, you really can't see any of the strokes, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's like a tiny bit yeah, there's like a tiny bit of a sheen there that you can see. Um, Other than that, it's wild. Like this is the water that was clear, and now I feel like I can go just use this, and it'll just be
Yeah.
like a watered down or like a gray version of the ink. Um, Coming in the next box, you're gonna get the brush. You're gonna get one of these bottles, and then there's also going to be a fun little tool that you can use for art making. And I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it definitely pairs well with the Indian ink. So I'm super excited about that. There should be two in every box, but I'll leave that mystery up to, you know, the box. When you get
Yep.
it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, so we have about like 3-ish minutes left. Erin, is there anything else you want to cover tonight or anything you want to show off before we log off?
Let's see. I have well, two things. I have a recent find from the bookstore, a graphic novel called Ephemera. So, of course, I
No.
had to get that, right? So, stay tuned.
Oh my
But
gosh, I love that. That's so
yeah.
cool.
Plus it's beautiful and it's on toned paper. So, I felt like
Oh,
this was just
well.
calling that I needed to have it for our next box to think about.
Ooh, I
Um
cannot wait to hear more about that one. That's awesome.
I wanted to show this as kind of using white paper on a toned background, which is something we'll be playing with a lot for if you want to incorporate lighter things in when you already have a background. To use a white
Ah.
piece of paper and then attach it in. And you get these interesting bits of depth right, before you even add a whole bunch of different media. So just an ink sketch on white paper and then put it onto a toned page. And that's something we'll be playing with a lot in the next box.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are a little intimidated by the toned paper, and I think this is
Mhm.
the perfect example to show off how easy and adaptable it is just by putting something on top of it. Ooh, I like that stamp there.
Right? That's what I'm thinking. It just kind of went there. So,
It just kind of went there.
yeah.
If only art journaling was that easy all the time.
And
Amazing.
it holds down
Um,
that corner. So, perfect.
Nice. Okay. So, again, if you're watching and you want to sign up for Art Journal Snacks, go to artsnacks.co/sign up. We have three different subscription services, but the one we're talking about tonight is Art Journal Snacks. Again, the box is shipping out next week. Everything you need to be successful in art journaling comes in that box. So, um, we're so excited for this one. It's totally different. I saw a comment pop up um, if this was something that was Inktober related. It's not Inktober related, but we did put ink in this box not only because it's so different from what we've done in the past, but it's going to be helpful for whatever ink challenges you're doing in the month of October. So this is just a little bit more help for you to, achieve your October inky goals. Awesome. So, want to take a moment to just thank everyone for watching us live. This will be saved to our YouTube page, and you'll be able to watch it whenever you please. But Erin, before we log off, where can everyone find you on the internet?
Yeah, so you can find me the number two little wings, and you can also find me on the Art Journal Snacks Instagram. And those are great places to see what I'm up to. If you want to see the birds in person, you can see them on my regular Instagram. And you can see some of my ephemera hunting on my regular Instagram as well. I'll be going to the vintage fair again this coming weekend. And I
Ooh.
always manage to find some interesting things there. So, Two Little Wings and the Art Journal Snacks Instagram are great places to find me. Or, in the middle of the vineyard wandering around.
Yeah, and there's so many vineyards around you, so I'm sure we'll all get lost just looking for you.
Yeah, yeah. And one other thing I'll
Awesome.
say is that becoming a member of Art Journal Snacks, you also get connected to our wonderful community on Mix, and it's been so fun to see everybody so supportive of everybody's different journaling processes and cheering each other on and sharing ideas. So please, please come join us because we're having such a fabulous time.
Yay! That's a really great point. I love seeing after all the live streams, I love seeing everyone's pages on
Yeah.
the mix group. And that mix group is only open to our Journal Snack subscribers. So we keep it, a safe, controlled space. So awesome. You all can find me on the Art Snacks Instagram. Just find me at Art Snacks. And you can also find Erin and Art Journal Snacks from there too. All right, Erin, this has been awesome. I can't wait to
Super
hear more about
fun.
that ephemera book and
Yeah.
yeah, and just more of what we're making going into the fall. So,
Very exciting.
yeah, thanks so much for your time. We'll talk to
All
you
right, everybody.
later.
See ya.